Alright, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Age of Decadence. Ah, man. There is so much trouble going on here. Let's take a look at what I can do in terms of skills. I've got no combat skills. I've got 9 general skills, which means I can improve some combat skills. Or I can use them over here. But the problem is I need my persuasion, or my impersonate, or my streetwise up. I could boost streetwise to 4 and just use some general skill points. I feel like that might be a better bet. Huh. Well, the one I tried before was like persuasion plus something. Let's try persuasion plus streetwise. I'll boost my streetwise up to 4. And I will go after the Thieves Guild thing again. And if nothing else, I can go ahead and get the... I can go ahead and try this at least. Okay, I'm not here to talk. If you want to play a game, have a seat. Otherwise, get lost. Play a game of chance with Mercado. Attempt to cheat. Failure, but charisma success. And that got me in with him. Information, we want to know what Carinas is planning. This is where I got before. Why would I tell you? Trading success, because you're tired of drinking and gambling in this shithole, killing time waiting for your chance. Your wait is over. I got trading and persuasion. I think that will be a success. Do you really see a downside? This is where I was last time. Same choices. There's always a downside when one deals with your guild merchant. Persuasion and charisma. That's where the issue was, because my persuasion was not high enough. Not when we want what you want. We want to have a commander who isn't a fanatic, etc. Failure. So I will talk to Kato, see if he can help you. Okay, what's it going to cost me? I will sign the document this time. You RPG Crawler, you want to become a good friend of our guild? Excellent choice, my friend. Enjoy a few drinks while we take care of Mercado. It's done. Mercado owes this establishment 2,000 Imperials. He's all yours. My gratitude. Go talk to Mercado. If Mercado is concerned about the debt, he hides it well by focusing all of his attention on a cup of wine. You've lost a lot of money, Mercado. Wouldn't be the first time. I represent the Commercium, the Merchants Guild. We can pay off your debt and make sure you don't have to worry about money again. Out of the goodness of your shriveled heart, I'm touched by your concern. We need to know what Carinas is planning. Then go and ask him. Streetwise success. Not an answer I expected from a man who owes us money. Life is full of disappointments. It can always be worse unless we find a way to settle your debt. I won't betray my brothers. Streetwise and charisma again. Your brothers, do you see any good around here? Will they help pay your debt? You're all alone, Mercado, and you're the only friend you've got right now is me. And if I refuse to give you what you want? If you decide to cross the Commercium, you mean, I can assure you that you'll regret it for the rest of your life. What goes around comes around. I'd keep it in mind if I were you, merchant. Now, what do you want to know? Tell me what Carinas is up to. Carinas wants Teron. The crafty bastard had staged a fake attack on one of your caravans to show the old man Antidas can't protect the town. Now he is gathering support of concerned citizens. Once he has it, he will send his troops to take over the gate and the towers, which would effectively seal the town. I don't think that Antidas will last long after that. My debt had better be settled now. So what happened between you and Carinas? You have the nerve to threaten me and then ask questions about my life? Fuck off. Okay, no, not a problem. Report. One of our caravans has been attacked outside the town gates. Bandits are getting bolder and bolder, if not for the Imperial guards, who staged the attack, and to get a pretext to take the town by force, it wouldn't have happened. Clever, says Linos without any enthusiasm. I assume we don't have much time, so let's not waste it. Commander Carinas must die tonight. Think of it as your final test. Talk to Nelios, and don't take no for an answer. Don't disappoint me, RPG Crawler. You gain new insight? I've received 150 Imperials for my service. Commercium reputation increased. Final test for what? I will go to the Assassin's Guild right away. I will not question that. Alright, so before I go in there, let's boost these things again. I got 22 general skill points. Let's boost that persuasion up. I should be boosting some of these, but man, I want that. I am proficient. I've realized the old man Aesop was right. Persuasion is more effective than brute force. Yeah, so far so good. I think. I'm getting ahead. Let's do this. I may be going a little bit fast through some of these just because I am kind of eager to see what more this game has to offer. This is still the intro thing. RPG Crawler, it's always a pleasure to see a satisfied customer coming back for more. Whom can we kill for you today? Commander Marcus Carinas. Nelios' smile disappears. You can't be serious. Do you understand what you're asking? Do you understand the consequences of such a hit? I do. Name your price. It's not about money. Whatever your problem with Carinas is, find another way to solve it. Since when do you care about the marks? I care about the guild. How long do you think we'd stay in business if we started taking orders indiscriminately? Do you truly believe that we can kill anyone if the price is right? Trust me, Carinas is off limits. What if the order came from Lord Antitus? That's a big if. Not for us. Oh, Nelios. Start putting a team together. Go to see Antitus. Alright, I've still got to see Antitus. Oh, no. Is Antitus... I should probably tell this guy about what's going on. You're staying in front of the Duraton compound. Let's talk to Deller. My guild has uncovered a treacherous plot. I thought the Commercium had a monopoly on those. Master Linos must have been outraged. Go on, go in, RPG Crawler. Let's go inside. What do you want, merchant? Make it fast. There is a plot against you, my lord. Tell Lord Antitus what you've learned from Mercado. What proof do you have? I can't start a war with the guards based on the words of a drunken soldier. Etiquette, success, and charisma? My lord, I don't presume to advise you, but perhaps my perspective on the situation, no matter how flawed, could be of value for you. Alright, a war you speak of will not be necessary. Cutting the head off the snake will be enough. And I failed. You know nothing of these matters, traitor. Be gone. Go back to Linos. Oh, how'd it go? Antitus won't do anything until he sees proof. An understandable position. I think it's time you pay Carinas a visit. That's where all the evidence is, no? Alright, how do I get inside? Your lack of imagination disappoints me, RPG Crawler. Talk to Mercado. If you handled him the right way, he should realize that helping you is in his best interest. Unless, of course, you pushed him too hard. Cato may be able to help you. After all, his people are notorious for getting into places where they don't belong. If everything else fails, talk to Carinas himself. Do what you have to do, but get me that proof. Alright. I don't want to forge the proof just yet. Alright. Oh. Let's talk to the Thieves Guild again. Let's try and ask Mercado some things. I may have pushed him too far, though. Alright, in here again. No, let's talk to Mercado first. Okay. What do you want? Is there any proof of what you told me? I've told you all I know. Don't bother me again. My charisma is failing? Why is my charisma failing? My charisma is a freaking 9. I guess I should have brought some of these back down and boosted charisma to like 10. Talk to Cato. Ah, my new recruit. What brings you here? Explain the situation. I see. So what can I do for you? I need to get inside. Can you help me get in? It's your lucky day, RPG Crawler. Then again, when you work with us, every day is your lucky day. We stopped a messenger last week. Usually we don't mess with the guards. Why look for troubles? But he was plainly dressed, so... He shrugs. He put up a fight and ended up with a bolt in his back. He didn't have much on him, a handful of coins, and this rather pompously written cease and desist until further notice document. He gives you a scroll with wooden rollers and several stamps. Apparently, Carinas' superiors in Karator aren't very happy with his activities and feel that he's moving too fast. They are sending Gnaeus Laenus, yes, that Laenus, to evaluate the situation and put a leash on Carinas if necessary, or assist him in if the situation merits it. Carinas would be a fool to pay attention to this letter, or even to Laenus himself, but the rank and file should be appropriately intimidated if you play your part right. It's all yours. My gratitude. You'll have to look the part, of course. If you don't have the armor, I can give you a special price. Interested? How much? 100 Imperials? Looks dusty, but I guess a few people would want to buy one of those. How about 65? Done. He gives you the armor with the Imperial Guard's insignia. Now, let me give you a few pointers. I don't think you'd pass for a soldier, but you don't need to. You're a courier, a traveling scribe, basically. This writ is a powerful document, and everything about you should display that power and arrogance. Let me show you. Cato's instantly transformed from a confident, laid-back guildmaster accustomed to giving orders into a man with a borrowed power who's finally got a chance to push people around for a change. Give him some insight in the art of impersonating. Your impersonate has increased. So now we can impersonate. And I will pop the armor on. And I will save the game. Because right now I have to go to... to the barracks. Yeah. Okay, come on. Oh, do I gotta leave this place before I can go on the map? Yes, apparently I do. Off to the barracks. Alright. You're about to approach the barracks. Now would be a good time to go through your options. We will put on the armor and approach the entrance to the barracks holding the writ in your hand. You approach the entrance to the barracks. One of the guards is about to step forward and stop you, but you shove the writ in his face. I can't read, says the guards apologetically. What does it say? It says I'm speaking with a voice of Commander Gnaeus Lanus and that I can nail everyone who looks at me the wrong way to a fucking cross. The guards move out of your way with a surprising speed, and you go inside. The barracks are overcrowded. In preparation for the attack, Carinus has expanded the garrison, bringing in guards loyal to him from the wastelands and taking in new recruits destined to shield the much more valuable veterans from the first attack. As a result, the armor makes you invisible and you walk through the halls unquestioned. It doesn't take long to find your destination. A guard posted in front of a heavy door plays the role of an X marking the spot. Commander's quarters, said the guard tiredly, probably not the first time today. Out of my way. Show him the writ. The guard takes the writ, opens it up, and slowly reads it. Without saying another word, he returns the scroll and unlocks the door and leaves. I go inside. The commander's office is simple. A bed, a table with papers, a soldier's chest. Something tells you that the chest contains nothing but armor and basic supplies. You take a step towards the table when Carinus storms in. He grabs the scroll, opens it, and throws it on the desk once he sees it's authentic. What does Karator want? Karator feels like your plans are too bold. They're afraid of the consequences should you fail. That's why they're sending in Lanus. I will not fail, and I don't need anyone looking over my shoulder. I understand how you feel, but I'm just following my orders, Commander. Is there any message you wish me to take back to Karator? Tell him the plans are already in motion. Alright, impersonate persuasion. I think my persuasion is better than my streetwise. I think it would be a good opportunity for you to reassure them that you won't fail. I don't think my reassurances would change anything. The judgment has already been made. And persuasion is better than streetwise. In the absence of facts, people assume the worst. Show them your plans. Make them believe. Alright. Carinus says with a sudden calm. I doubt it would make things any worse at this stage, but if it gets to the Karator off my back, he takes one of the documents from his desk, rolls it, and stands to the seal. Guard it with your life. I will, Commander. And right off to Antidus. I'm actually really liking this. Okay, is this Antidus place? Let's change then. And get back into my merchant. Alright. And I still gotta talk to this guy. Who's Thessalos? He's named. I should probably talk to him at some point. You're standing in front of the Daratan compound. A tall palisade of pointed stakes forms the perimeter of the compound, augmented by a regular armed patrol, etc., etc. Talk to Delar. What do you want? Take me to Antidus. Alright, this better be important. Here's the proof, my lord. Give him the evidence. Antidus opens the scroll and looks at it for a long time, being lost in his thoughts. Finally, he carefully puts the documents away and says, Carinus is a dead man. You've done well, RPG Crawler. However, if the Merchant Guild is so interested in seeing the Imperial Guards decimated, I expect them to contribute into such a cause very, very generously. How very generously, my lord? Waging wars is a very costly business. We can start with 50,000 in gold. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have more pressing matters to attend to. So I got 4 civil skill points gained. I'll let Master Linos know. Back to Linos. How'd he go? I've convinced Antidus, but he wants 50,000 Imperials. He wants our money? Splendid. Oh, he's actually glad about it, because it'll put him in his debt. Yes. You receive 150 Imperials for your service. Commercium reputation increased. House Daratan increased. Hopefully that'll offset the problem I had before. Indeed, once we start paying his bills, it's only a matter of time until we start telling him what to do. You've learned your lessons well, RPG Crawler. You have a bright future ahead of you. Now, it's been a long day for you. Go rest and see me in the morning. Commercium reputation increased. Why do you need to control Antidus? For the same reason we employ mercenary companies. Money is hard to make, but easy to lose. One must always be aware of potential threats. The biggest threat is always the lords, for they can take everything in the blink of an eye. They could drown us in levies, pay for this right, pay for that privilege, and before you know it, our profits are diverted to Antidus' treasury. They can seize our assets, claiming that we've conspired with the enemy. Considering that we do business with House Aurelian, it won't be a hard sell. House Daratan is broke. While I'm sure Antidus will think twice before taking from us, if we leave him no choice, he'll do what he has to, as any man would. Only unlike any other man, he can do quite a lot and get away with it, simply because his blood is blue and ours peasant red. You think it might come to it? It might not. However, if we do nothing, we leave our fate to Antidus. That's something I just can't be comfortable with. I'm sure that Antidus will be equally uncomfortable with your hand on his shoulder. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. I merely want to share that burden. If managed properly, both Terran and House Daratan could be so much more. Antidus dreams of battlefields and glory. He needs a capable administrator. We have the money and the reach, the experience. The time has finally come. Alright, see you in the morning. Go rest. Have you heard the news yet? It was a very busy night. Commander Carinus was assassinated. The guards didn't take it well. They stormed the Assassin's Guild and burned it down, but didn't finish the job. Nelios and a few survivals infiltrated the barracks in the middle of the night and killed everyone in their path. None of them has made it out alive, unfortunately. As for the Imperial Guards, while I would have settled for less, Nelios' final gesture has presented us with an opportunity to deal with the Guards once and for all. We can't let them rebuild, that much is clear. We can force the remaining guards to join House Daratan, but I'm afraid to make Antidus too strong and thus too hard to control. Alternatively, we can convince Antidus to finish them off, but it's a waste of resources. Let's make it your call. Alright, so I've got to make that call. But first, I've still got to deal with the raiders. And I've got skills now. Let's see what kind of skills I got. 20 more skill points. Plus 4 civil points. Let's do impersonate. Do I want to do it? I think I'm going to do impersonate. And, I guess etiquette again. I'm just doing social. Social all the way through. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quick save the game. I'm going to take a break from this particular situation and go to the world map to the outpost. And I hope that I can deal with that. Alright, let's see. I mean, I guess I could equip this first. Let's try to get in again. I'll quick save the game. And I've still got those bandits to take care of, too. Sitting in the shadow of the mountain, the Aurelian outpost is protected from the prying eyes by a tall wooden palisade that circles it. Let's try to approach. Let's, I can't go in again. Oh, that critical strike. Let's leave for now. I don't have enough to boost my critical strike, do I? No, I've only got 4. Let's go to the bandit camp for now. Let's see what I can do regarding regarding this. I've gained 5 skill points. As that, I can't boost my critical strike just quite. I'm 1 skill point short. Let's go ahead and see if we can't find something. Yeah, let's... Actually, can I harvest this plant? Failure. I don't have any alchemy. I'm supposed to ask about what's going on. Alright. The cage is occupied by a roughed-up man in a dirty tunic. Talk to Esbenos. He's back there. Alright, let's talk to Esbenos. Several raiders in battered armor acknowledge your presence by getting up and loading their crossbows. A gray-haired man with a military posture emerges from one of the tents and assesses the situation. He barks some orders, swearing at his men and sending them to take positions around the camp. Within moments, some semblance of military order is created. Satisfied, the leader turns his attention to you. I'm here to negotiate. We found this fine young man walking alone in these very dangerous woods. When he told us he's a nephew of the local lord, we decided to keep him company and do our best to ensure his safety. I'm sure his uncle would appreciate our help and reward us generously. 1,000 coins should be enough, I think. Lord Antidus will appreciate your kindness, but 1,000 coins is too much. Who can put a price on the life of a kin? That depends on a kin, doesn't it? This particular kin is hardly worth more than 200 coins. I've paid more for my dog. 900 coins, and only as a token of my respect. A good dog is hard to find. Useless relatives aren't. 300 coins is a good price for this one. If he's so useless, why pay anything at all? 800 coin. What can I say? Lord Antidus is a kind man. 400 coins. Kind enough to pay 500 coins? That should be acceptable. Try to convince them, for his sake. Alright, how does an Imperial Guard become a raider? Still easy to tell, eh? Once a guard, always a guard, my father used to say. I thought he meant something else, like some higher calling or something. Turns out he meant that once the habits are drilled into you, they stay with you until you die. As for how I joined the other side, well, such things happen more often than you think. When a village kid signs up, he wants to be a hero. He wants to stroll into his village in shiny armor and bed every girl. Instead, he gets to do 25 hard years and watch his friends die over nothing. When he realizes what he got himself into, he's in the wasteland, a long way from home. Is that what happened to you? Nah, I did 12 years, and when you do something for that long, well, it's the only life you know. I was wounded and left for dead. Raiders found me and took me in. No, not out of kindness. They need men badly, especially men with proper fighting experience. While I was recovering, I lived like a lord. Food, wine, women, and a soft bed. Then they let me choose, and I chose to stay. The way I see it, if you do the same shit, but the perks are much better. So how'd you end up here? They say that the raiders fuck up once. One mistake and you're dead. The group that took me in made a mistake falling for a fake retreat trick. I saw it coming and tried to warn them, but in the heat of the battle, no one listened to me. I didn't stick around and left while I still could. My next group fared better until a desert storm forced it to seek shelter. We saw a mountain up ahead and pressed on, despite being blinded by the storm. When we reached the mountain, we could see that it wasn't what we had expected. It was a temple carved into its facade with a small entrance to what appeared to be a cave. It was a strange place, and now I doubt it was a cave at all. My men tried to warn me. No, the irony isn't lost on me, but I dismissed their warnings as a tribal superstitions and paid dearly for it. Only a handful of us got out alive, and so I went from one group to another until I had enough of the wasteland and decided to move south in search of greener pastures. What happened in that cave? It reeked of death. Skulls and bones everywhere. My men begged me to leave, told me that they'd heard stories about this place. Bad stories. Still, the storm outside was real. The stories, well, stories. People tell them for different reasons, to amuse, to scare, or to keep other people away. It got me thinking. The cave was small. The walls were rough, but seemingly man-made. You didn't have to be smart to know there was more to it than one small chamber. I told my men that these walls must hold great treasure. That was enough for them to abandon their caution and start looking. After hours of searching, we had stumbled upon a switch. It opened a hidden passage leading to another two chambers. The first one contained two strange objects, each one tall as a man. They were indistinguishable, carbon copies of each other, just sitting there untouched. You could mistake them for some idols, if not for the metal pipes that disappeared into the floor. There were no clues as to their purpose or the reason why someone needed two of them. The second chamber had metal pipes running along the walls and was empty, save for a single platform. It was like a metal cart with railings. I remember wondering what could possibly waste so much metal to build such a contraption. Then Nicanor stepped up to it, and the platform went down, all the way through the floor and into the very depths of the underworld, judging by the noise and the red glow. Soon the platform returned without him. I told this story many times, and each time I wonder why I didn't immediately take my men and flee. It seems so obvious now, but back then, in that chamber, we felt like we had stepped into a fairy tale. It was a tale rife with disappearing walls, strange idols, and magic carts taking only the worthy to hidden treasure beyond their wildest dreams. I sent my best men to see what was down there and bring back Nicanor. None of them returned. When the platform came back, it was as if it had come back for us. We ran outside to clear our minds and to escape from the hidden evils of that place. Do you remember where the cave was? Somewhere northeast, that's all I can tell you. It happened years ago, and in the storm, all I could see were the looming mountains. It's not a place I'd ever return to. So let me talk to Deller. Try and negotiate this thing. Alright. Well, it auto-saved, so let's go up here. I gotta talk to Deller. Where the hell is Deller? Oh, all the way on the other side of everything. I still gotta talk to that dude, figure out what's going on. You're standing in front of the Daratan compound, etc. Talk to Deller. What do you want? About the bandit camp? They want money. 1,000 Imperials. Out of the question. Paying ransom is a sign of weakness and an invitation for more troubles we can't afford at the moment. Then pay the raiders to attack the Aurelian outpost. You'd kill two birds with one stone. Risky. Where's the downside? The outpost will be wiped out or weakened enough for you to finish the job, and you'll have bodies of dead raiders to prove that Daratan had nothing to do with it. I hadn't thought of that. Good plan, RPG Crawler. If it works, Lord Antidus will be very impressed. Alright, so wait, what am I doing here? You negotiate with the raiders, try to convince Deller to pay it, or look for alternate solutions. Okay, how's about that? Oh, I gotta go talk to him again, I guess. Gotta go back to the bandit camp. Let's see if he's willing to do this. I can be the go-between? Sure. Let's talk to Esbenos. Got the money? I have a better offer for you. There's a mining outpost in need of raiding and pillaging. Do what you do best and Lord Antidus will gladly pay you 1,000 Imperials. Everything you find at the outpost is yours as well. What do you say? I work for no man. Get me money or the hostage dies. It's a good offer. Antidus won't pay the ransom. If you kill the hostage, you'll give Antidus no choice but to send his men after you. They will hunt you down to the last man as a lesson to others. Or you can do Antidus a favor and actually earn your pay. Alright, we'll do it. It's better than sitting here and doing nothing, and my men will need some exercise. Take the hostage to show that we're dealing in good faith. I suppose we don't need him anymore. Alright, tell the raiders where the outpost is and take the prisoner to Delar. And I'm back to Delar. Back and forth. Oh, the merchant persuasion track is fun, but so risky. I feel like everything's on an edge. Like if I say the wrong thing, I'm just going to be taken out and executed. You escort Tiberius back to Terran, all the way to the Daratan compound. So, you did talk them into it. I'm impressed. I've heard about making friends with enemies of your enemies, but using one enemy to get rid of another? Now, there's something you don't see every day. In fact, I'd like to see it with my own eyes. Alright. Follow Delar to the Aurelian outpost. And maybe they're still sick from the poison? Who knows? Alright, well there's where's what? Alright. Well, there's Delar. What's this? Sitting in the shadow of the mountain, the Aurelian outpost is protected from prying eyes by a tall wooden palisade that circles it. Judging by a dead guard slumped over the watchtower's balcony, prying eyes weren't the outpost garrison's biggest problem. When you get closer, you see a half-dozen dead bodies strewn around the entrance. Esbenos, the raiders' leader, is sitting on the ground in front of a small barricade. He's covered in blood. It's hard to say how much was his own. Some diggers are still alive, holed up inside the tunnel. We'll handle it. You deal with him. Delar throws you a heavy leather bag and goes inside. Judging by the weight, it's the 1,000 Imperials as you agree to pay the raiders. A deal's a deal. Pay Esbenos. Yep. You're a man of your word. I'll remember it. Should our paths cross again. Catch. He throws you a small object. It's a small glass tube encased in elaborate metal framework. The tube is very warm to the touch and contains what looks like constantly shifting liquid fire. One of them, he nods towards the dead bodies, had it on him. Since you've done right by me. Slowly he gets up and walks away without finishing the sentence. Word of honor increased. You go inside the ancient tunnel carved into the mountain. The tunnel leads to a small chamber filled with strange machines towering above you. It went better than I expected, says Delar. The diggers saw the attack. They're on their way to Lord Galius to inform him that an army of raiders has descended upon the ill-defended outpost. Slaughtered the Aurelian legionnaires and would have killed the poor diggers too, if not for the Daratian forces, who, unfortunately, have arrived too late to save their noble brethren. You did well, RPG Crawler. Without lifting a sword, you've solved quite a few of our problems. Tiberius is free, the Aurelian forces are dead, the raiders are dead, the mine is ours. Not that it's doing us any good at the moment, but still. Take a look around, I'll head back to Terran. So let's explore this place now. Okay, well, first of all, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to see what these bandits got. See if they got anything worth looting. Alright. Can you loot them? Apparently you cannot. You cannot loot them. Alright. Alright then. Alright, what is down here? That leads nowhere. So this was like once a mine, now collapsed. Let's take a look around. I've got that. I've got some stuff back here. Anything back? Ah, crates I can loot. Alright, I will take the black powder bomb and the black powder. Like the trading screen, the looting screen, etc., etc. Okay. Let's look at the other crate. Nothing in there. Not seeing anything else in here. Let's go back in here. Alright. Am I seeing anything over here? I'm not really. Wait, there's barrels. Let's take a look at those barrels. So far, so good. Alright, we got fool's gold, saltpetre, sulfur, and rock oil. I will take all these, and these are for alchemy and such. And finally, let's examine the machinery. Lore failure, you have no idea what the machines are. Oh. And I think I only get one shot. Let's say I boost this persuasion a bit. Yeah. Well, that's about all I can do here. So let's leave. Maybe we can come back later if we get some more lore. Or something. I'm not really seeing anything else to loot. I think there's only so much you can grab in this game. So yeah, let's head back. Return to town and report to Delar? Yes. Alright. How'd it go? I couldn't fix it. Don't worry about it. You've done enough. Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't fix it. So. What does Thessalos have to do? What do you need here? Nothing. Okay. What's the colonnade do? The once famous colonnade of Turon greets you with broken shafts of ancient fluted columns and rough wooden stakes of the palisade circling the Darreton compound, presenting an almost seamless blending of the ancient and modern architecture. Alright, well, what else do we have to do? The loose ends. Talk to Mercato and Antidus in Mysteries of the Abyss, find Iron's Key. I should show this to Lord Antidus. Let's talk to Mercato first. Actually, no, let's show this to Antidus. Alright. Talk to Delar. I'd like to see Antidus. I owe you my gratitude. You've helped me get rid of a snake in my own backyard. I won't forget it. You're welcome. May we talk about something else? I was told that you would want to see this. Show him the map. Do you believe in destiny, RPG Crawler? Before you have a chance to answer, Antidus continues. I've spent more than a decade trying to find the temple and fulfill the prophecy. I wasted a fortune and lost more men than I'd like to that I dare to admit, and just when I decided to give up, you show up with another map. Coincidence? I don't believe in those. It is said that every man is given a chance to change his fate, to ascend to greatness and immortality, to rise above the ordinary and serve a cause greater than self-interest. You didn't come here by accident. Fate guided you here, and it will guide you to the temple. Okay, the temple, the prophecy, another map? My apologies, says Antidus with a faint smile. You know, of course, that our empire had lasted thousands of years. Through military and diplomatic victories, we had conquered the known world. An era of peace and prosperity was about to begin when the accursed Kantari came. Taller than any human, with glowing eyes and sharp claws, they came from the depth of the underworld and attacked without warning, slaughtering men and women alike. We fought the devils tooth and nail, but when the victory was at hand, they called forth their gods. Can you imagine a living horror towering over a battlefield and sweeping it with its arms, tearing flesh and armor with its talons? Our only chance was to reach into the higher planes and summon allies who would help us even the odds. Eventually, the call was answered and the allies came. They burned the Cantari and their guards, leaving nothing but ashes. They saved us, but it was too late. The Empire had fallen, for too much had been destroyed. Saddened, our allies, the Lords of the Higher Planes, left us to rebuild and restore, but as you can see, we are still living in our crumbling town, still fighting each other like savages. 3 Lords of the Higher Planes, or the High Lords as they are the most commonly referred to, have answered our call. Glathzor the Dreamer, Bar-Hathor the Flamewalker, and Thorogoth the Artificer. The Artificer had taught our Magi much, and built many wondrous machines and engines of war. According to the legends, the Magi had attended to a temple built by Thorogoth and studied the arcane art there. The centuries-old accounts describe the engines of war and divine weapons in great detail. I don't know if the weapons are still there. I don't know if the temple is still there, but I believe there is a reason why another copy of the map has found its way to me. It's fate, RPG Crawler. It has to be. Over the years, I've sent several expeditions to find the temple and bring me the weapons of the gods. They've all failed, one way or another. Looking at you, I'm beginning to think that sending large expeditions was a mistake. Large groups attract too much attention. They are slow and suffer from the all-too-familiar intrigues and inner squabbles. They are vulnerable to spies and saboteurs. They cost a fortune, but one man, one resourceful man with nothing to lose but everything to gain, yes, I can see my mistake now. I want you to find the temple for me, RPG Crawler. If you do, you will be rewarded and elevated beyond your wildest dreams. If you do, we'll reshape the world and plant the seed of a new empire. We'll do away with petty squabbles over broken towns and domains. We will unite our people and give them goals worthy of the banners that once flew over this land. Go to Medoran, find Domitius Ulpius. He's led one of the expeditions. He was convinced that the Magi Towers hold the key to the map, but there is only one tower left intact, the Tower of Zametti. The tower is sealed as our most ancient places of wonder that house Aurelian deemed too dangerous. And Gallius would rather bury the past than face it. Face Domitius. If there is a way in, he'll help you find it. If not, seek answers elsewhere. I'll do my best. I expect nothing less of you. Alright. And we've still got a couple loose ends. So before we wrap up, let's see. Let's talk to Mercato and Antidus. Or convince Antidus to finish them off. I think I've already talked to Mercato, haven't I? Alright, where's Mercato? He's not around here anymore? There's Aziz. Actually, let's check out our skill points again. 37 of them! We will try trading. Alright. And I will leave it at that for now. You've talked the raiders. Okay, so I've got a manipulator and agent as well. Well, where's what's his face? Let's go back out here. Where's Mercator? Well, there's a crucified man. Imperial Guard. Where's Mercator? Oh my god, where is he? Where is he? Alright, they're up in there. This is not the case to go. I gotta talk to the remnants. Where did they say Mercator was? Is he in the inn? There's a merchant and a mercenary. Alright. Let's look in here, see if they got anybody in here. There's a storyteller. There's the alchemist. And that is it. Well, where the hell is Mercator? Talk to Mercato and Antidus. Okay, Mercato. Well, let's ask Kato what's going on. Or Kato what's going on. Alright, what brings you here? Nothing right now. Oh. Let's talk to Lucius. Alright, Lucius is busy shuffling 3 walnut shells. Step up and watch the little ball. Nothing to look. Well, there you see it. There you don't. Guess where the little joker is. Quickness of the hand deceives the eye. The ball stays on the table. Bet 10 Imperials. Lucius smiles, shuffles the shells with a surprising seed, then shows you his hands with spread fingers indicating the ball is on the table. This one, he lifts the shell indicating the ball isn't there. Better luck next time, friend. Okay. That was worth seeing what that... I don't know where this dude went. He's gone. Or wait, that wasn't him, was it? There's Aziz. Sure you're in the right place, leave. Where is Mercator? I've got to mop up those details. Let's talk to Linos, I guess. About Gracius's map. What did Feng say? Something about lost temples, high lords, and Magi's artifacts worth looking into? Worth chasing fairy tales? Absolutely. Why make money when you can just plant a money tree with shiny gold coins instead of leaves? So you don't believe in the lore master's tales? I'm too busy running the guild to wonder about tales. Even if every word is true, even if one could gain power through magic in the past, it's clear that magic is a fickle mistress. Gold, on the other hand, now this is a deity worth serving, and the power it grants those to serve it will never be diminished. Alright, let's talk about something else. Well, let's leave for now. So I'm on my own on that one. I guess I should talk to... let's do one last talk to the big guy himself. Talk to Delar. Talk to Antidus. You should finish the Imperial Guard. They're no longer a threat yet. When they rebuild and replenish their strength, they will become a threat once again. This time they'd have a score to settle. They leave me no choice, do they? I wouldn't dare to suggest that you have no choices, my lord. In fact, quite the opposite is true. A lord isn't bound by circumstances and can do what lesser men can't, however. Well, I'm sure that you will have many opportunities to triumph over your enemies. I'm not sure if a better chance will ever present itself. Why miss it? It's hard to argue with you, RPG Crawler. Very well. I'll listen to your counsel once again. Delar, you've heard the conversation. Kill them all. Alright. So, the gold, where is it? What are you talking about? Where's my fucking gold? You've never seen Linos so furious? He throws you a scroll with the guild stamps. It's a letter ordering to reroute the gold shipment and deliver it to a warehouse in the Gate District. The signature is yours. You can only tell that it's a forgery because you know you didn't sign it. You look at Linos. He shows you a ring, your guild ring, which should have been on your finger. Kato. Now you know why the guards are in the room. Don't play with me, RPG Crawl. Tell me the gold is and I'll let you walk out of here alive. It's a forgery, Linos. Why would I do it? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Is that what you were counting on? I was too busy doing your bidding to plan gold heists and count on you trusting and being a trusting man. Let's try it again. Let's say I believe you, but only because you're too good of an asset to waste based on nothing but a suspicion. Our coffers are deep, and Antidus will get his money. As for you, well, suffice to say you're no longer my problem. Strabos has requested you by name. You're going to Madoran. Commercial and reputation decreased, but I have gained skill points and Imperials. Strabos, he runs our operations in Madoran. A word of advice, RPG Crawler, try to stay on his good side, and I will leave for Madoran. Alright. So it looks like I'm just about done here, yeah. So I will travel to Madoran. And I will do that in the next episode. For now, this has been the RPG Crawler with my Let's Play of the Age of Decadence. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment if you got any feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye.